They say it's pretty scary out in space, but luckily we've got gravity to keep us grounded. If you like this kind of gravity and like staying cool while you sleep, then the gravity cooling weighted blanket could be for you. Well, what's up world, it's Tony, and for this review I'm going over the gravity cooling weighted blanket and what makes it different from the original gravity blanket. Shameless plug, I've reviewed that blanket before and we have a link to that video in our description box below. While you're there, you can find some coupons to save you some money on sleep products, and of course you can find my written review for this blanket over at mattressclarity.com. Let's get started. Let's start with the construction of this blanket and what makes it different from the original gravity blanket. On the outside, you've got a duvet cover made from polyester, and this has been specifically designed for hot sleepers because it's going to be very breathable and it's got some moisture wicking properties to it. This is a great combination for hot sleepers because it means you won't feel hot and sweaty underneath this blanket. The duvet cover comes in 3 different colors, navy, gray, and white, and it has ties and a zipper to attach the inner blanket to. Speaking of, the inner blanket is going to be made of cotton and it's going to feature Gravity's precise gridded stitching, which is going to keep that fill evenly distributed around your body. In each of these square panels, you're going to find hypoallergenic glass microbeads, which is what's going to give this blanket its weight. Gravity sells their cooling blanket in 3 different weight options and 2 sizes. They have a 15 and a 20-pound option intended for single use, and then they have a 35-pound king-size blanket intended for multiple people. How do you know what weight option is best for you? The general rule of thumb is to take 10% of your body weight and then add or subtract a pound or 2. To put it in a quick example for you, if you weigh around 190 pounds, 10% of that is 19, so you want to stick with a 20-pound weighted blanket. As a hot sleeper, I'll tell you about how I felt using the cooling blanket. Generally, when weighted blankets are listed as cooling, I really think they just mean they won't keep you too hot or sweaty while you use them. And I think that's the case with this blanket. For this review, I received the 15-pound option, which is too light for me, but overall, with a combination of breathability and moisture wicking going on in that cover, it felt really good to use. Now, I do live in Texas, I do need the fan on frequently, so the question is, did this weighted blanket work without the fan on? Not always. It is a blanket after all, so it is going to provide warmth, but if you're a hot sleeper who loves using weighted blankets for whatever reason, but find that they're too warm or you feel hot and sweaty underneath them, this is a good one to look at. Caring for your weighted blanket is a little different than normal sheets and blankets, so let's go over how to care for your gravity cooling weighted blanket. The outer removable duvet cover is machine washable, so to wash that, you'll wash it on a cold water cycle with non-chlorine bleach if you have the white color option, and then you can tumble dry it on low or cool iron if need be. The inner blanket is hand wash only, but if it gets really super dirty, there is the option to dry clean it. Who's going to be over the moon for this blanket and who's going to feel alienated by this? Let's talk about pros and cons. Starting with our pros, this is going to be a great option for hot sleepers who love using weighted blankets because that cover has been designed specifically for you guys. This is also a great option if you're looking to share a weighted blanket with your partner because it does come in a king-size option. And finally, this is a great option if you love having your weighted blanket come as a duvet insert. As for cons, this is not going to be a great option if you prefer the extra warmth that weighted blankets provide. This also isn't the best option if you prefer your weighted blanket to come as is and not act as a duvet insert. And finally, this is not the best option if you're looking for a weighted blanket on a budget. I hope the stars have aligned for all you hot sleepers out there who love using weighted blankets. Remember, you can find reviews for all things sleep over at mattressclarity.com, and we've got some great deals for you in our description box below. See you next time. Bye.